let's talk about the North Node and the South Node changing signs recently in the last few days. This is a very, very big deal because there's a lot that is shifting, and I can feel the shift already within me. I can feel it in the collective. I can see it already in the collective with the way things are moving and changing, and just where humanity is placing their focus right now. So if you are someone who is moving through like a big like declutter and just feeling like you need to get rid of things, or you're ready to get rid of things, you're ready to finally clean up that cabinet or clean up that space or clean up whatever space in your home, then this message is for you, because this is you putting North Node into action. So there's this big shift in terms of our focus, in terms of where our attention is going right now, with the North Node and the South Node changing signs. So they have been in the sign of Aries, North Node in the sign of Aries, and South Node in the sign of Libra for the last 18 months, where this really shifted our focus onto ourselves. The North Node in Aries was really forcing us to become more independent. So if in the last 18 months, I almost said years, in the last 18 months, maybe some of you it's years, if you've noticed that there has been a lot of like things falling away, people dying, people leaving, so like a lot of loss, grief, sadness, anger, frustration that you've experienced because of so much changing in your life, because so much has been removed from your life, then now you're going to notice that your energy and your focus is now shifting onto a completely different way of life. It was like the last 18 months for us has been this like purge, this energetic purge of releasing people, places, and things that don't belong, right? That are not serving our highest good, that are not serving any purpose, like moving forward into our lives. And then now the beautiful segue here is, as the North Node enters Pisces, which is a very spiritual sign, a very intuitive sign, is like recalibrating your focus onto trusting your intuition more, onto trusting whatever internal guidance you're feeling or you're picking up on at this time. And I think this is so cool, because if I really look at my own life, right, and just the amount of purging that has happened in my own life in the last 18 months, and how much I have had to let go. And this letting go wasn't just like physical letting go, this was emotional letting go. So it's like we've been releasing baggage, we've been releasing heaviness, we've been releasing sadness and feeling like we're out of control. We've been releasing emotions that we have hung on to for maybe even decades, right? And now with the North Node in Pisces, we are going to be embracing. It's like we made space. We're now embracing our heart's desires. We are now embracing our dreams. We're now much more freed up energetically to actually embrace our intuition, embrace the feelings and like the path that it's guiding you towards. So there's just such a huge emphasis here on shifting your perspective. And the South Node, so North Node has to do with like physical things changing and making changes in your physical world, where the South Node connects to making changes in your way of thinking, in your mental space, in your emotional space. So there's a lot going on. You may have noticed how the last maybe couple of years have been about purging for you. And you're going to notice that that's shifting now. It's like now you've done the hard part, okay? You've done the work and you've done the release of all those different things, like emotionally, mentally, spiritually, that have been burdening you. And now you're more free. Your mental capacity is more free. Your heart and your spirit are more free to embrace a new path. It was like you had to shed so many old parts of yourself to become who you are today, to prepare you for the next phase of your journey. And now with the North Node and the South Node in Pisces and Virgo, like for the next 18 months, this is going to bring a ton of like awareness around where you're still hanging on to certain thoughts, certain desires to control. Virgo is very much about control and order and having this deep desire. Like shadow aspect of Virgo is having this deep desire to like micromanage every aspect of your life or micromanage other people's lives or have like crazy control over every little detail of every situation or every circumstance. And that's what's being now asked to release. So as it's coupled with this Piscean, like trust your intuition more, trust your guidance, trust your inner knowing, go with the flow. Yes, it's unknown. Yes, it's unfamiliar, but it's like, can you just trust that and go with it more? Now that we're in this energy, Virgo says in the South Node, but simultaneously like release the desire for control, release the desire to want to sort of manipulate outcomes or force outcomes. It's a complete surrendering is what I'm feeling. So like for the next 18 months, I think we're going to be in all of us collectively and individually in this space of just trusting ourselves more and trusting the flow. It's like learning to go with the flow. And so many people that struggle with that, and I don't know if you're someone who struggles with going with the flow, but if you are someone who struggles with it, just know that it's going to get easier. It's like the less you resist and the more you're opening yourself up to your intuition and to what your intuition is guiding you towards, the more you're going to notice that things just actually really work out for you well. And Virgo is also a sign that is connected to health and healthcare and wanting to meticulously take care of the self, the physical body, cleaning the vessel. I was picking up on this, like needing to detox energy already, like in the first week of January. I myself was like really sick, and I think I was moving through a big like detox or cleansing process. And now that's just going to continue to be highlighted even more as the months go by, because like I said, for the next 18 months, your health is highlighted, like your finances are highlighted, your reputation in the world is highlighted. And of course, based on wherever points are hit in your chart with this North and South Node shifting signs, wherever that lands in your chart specifically is the area of your life that is going to change the most. So you can take a look at your own chart and figure out where that is for you. And when it comes to health, it really is about taking care of your mental needs, your energetic needs, your physical needs. Health isn't just physical needs. It's all levels, your emotional needs, right? And addressing all of those things and addressing them in new, innovative ways, because Neptune is going to come in and party here a little bit too. So Neptune brings some innovation and some unseen changes. And it's almost like we're turning on a dime. We're all of a sudden realizing like, hey, like, why don't I just do this? Or why don't I get this or get that to support my health in a different way, in ways that I've never supported my health before? So I think that's really cool too. It creates this opening within us, right? To try new things, to try something different that we haven't done before, to get different results, to experience different results, right? And one of the ways that you can support your health, your spiritual health, your energetic health, right? And I talk about energetic hygiene on this channel too, because it's so incredibly important, especially as an energy healer and intuitive myself and an empath. I'm constantly having to clear my energy. I am constantly having to just be aware. I'm not even having to be aware. I just am, because I'm sensitive. So if you are an HSP, if you're also a highly sensitive person, then you may also very much benefit from giving much more attention to how you have managed your energy, your vibration. And a great way to do that actually is crystals. A great way to support the energy systems in our bodies and our entire vibration essentially is through working with crystals, working with different gemstones. So I partnered with Otter Spirit, who is an amazing company based in California, and they make beautiful gem bracelets. And these are some of the ones that I'm wearing today. This is citrine right here. The middle one is sunstone. And then I've got Baswati agate here. And all three of them very much support. I can feel it. Like I can feel it when I'm wearing it, that it is you know what I feel? I feel like balanced. It's like it's bringing stabilization and harmony to my energetic field because there is frequency properties to these bracelets. Like there's definitely good high vibrational energy, and supporting yourself in this is like one way. And if you want to get these bracelets, you can check out the link in the description for 20% off. Check them out if you're interested. They have a gorgeous website, by the way, and they have a massive stock. Like there's so much selection. There's so many different ones that they have, and like rare gems and stuff that they have too, for different kind of bracelets. So I'm already looking at choosing my next set. But check out the description box if you are interested in using gemstones. And they don't just have bracelets, they also have earrings, they also have necklaces. So with the North Node in Pisces, this is definitely a really good time to invest in things that are truly going to make a difference in your life, that truly add value to your life. So that's why I partnered with Otter Spirit, and I'm happy to support their growth. I'm happy to support your growth through a discount. So overall, with North Node in Pisces over the next 18 months, I think we're going to actually notice rapid growth in those areas, in those companies actually that truly support health from a more spiritual, more energetic perspective. I think we're going to see huge growth in these companies because this is the focus, the energetic pattern that we are now tapping into, the tapestry that we are attached to. And that's just where it's weaving. That's where it's moving now, is to become more aware of how we treat our energetic selves, right? And how everything is affecting our energy constantly, right? I think there's just going to be deeper awareness around that. In general, you may also already be noticing that within yourself, where you're just becoming more aware of like certain foods or certain habits that you have, like certain things about your lifestyle that is working or not working. And I'm talking very general, but you're going to know like specifically for yourself what it is, right? You're just going to know that like this doesn't work for me, and I've been doing this for a while, but it doesn't work for me. So I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to try something else. The North Node changing signs is also about like karmic release. So it helps us to release karma. It also helps us to access and tap into good karma. So there's this opportunity with the North Node in Pisces to tap into gifts, abilities that you maybe didn't even know you had. You might actually notice that maybe certain gifts of channeling or tuning into or tapping into, like I'm hearing like Akashic records, like that kind of stuff. Like you might notice yourself being able to all of a sudden tap into things and receiving messages and receiving downloads, you know, for your own life, or maybe for somebody else's life, or maybe in your work, right? And this could be something that could shift your work. It could be something that you move into now because you have this increased desire to like really use your gifts. And with North Node in Pisces, this is about using our gifts in a positive way, where it's not just for your gain, for your material gain, or for something that you're going to get out of it, but using those gifts and those talents and those abilities to support other people, basically to serve, right? To serve humanity and to serve this world in some kind of positive way. So you could be doing that in all kinds of different ways. This could show up with you being more humanitarian, with you supporting animals more, or wanting to volunteer, or wanting to do different things that help the natural world, help, you know, the plant world, or coming up with different things around plants, right? Maybe having a desire to like move into some kind of a business that is plant related. Maybe it's selling organic food or growing food. Like there's just so many different options here that I think we can tap into. And it really is very, very individualistic. And like I said, it's based on whatever is happening in your personal chart. That's going to tell you what areas of life you are now basically recalibrating and having a new beginning in, because this is definitely new beginning energy. Like I said, the last 18 months has been about like loss, death, release, purging, letting go of people, places, things, letting go of mentalities, letting go of perspectives, letting go of attachments, unhealthy attachments, you know, letting go of unhealthy belief systems that haven't served you. So Now that you've released all that shit, if you've purged it all out, you have this opportunity to just, with this now more freed up version of yourself, to completely go on a new trajectory, to completely focus on allowing yourself to just to go with the flow, allowing yourself to trust in the unknown. And essentially the last 18 months with the North Node in Aries, that's exactly what we've all had to do anyway. It's like we've been gradually, sort of slowly, forced towards detachment, letting things go that were difficult to let go, that you maybe didn't want to let go. So the next 18 months is going to be all about doing things in ways that you've never done before, doing things that you have never done before, and having like success with that. Like I really, I'm hearing like cha-ching, like I'm hearing big financial rewards. I'm hearing big emotional rewards, like happiness, spiritual rewards. It's like getting paid for all of the work that you did, for everything that you have gone through, for all the tests that you passed, for everything that you left behind, that spirit was guiding you to leave behind in the last 18 months. You know, this is your like rewards now coming in for that work, coming in to like fill up that space, that energetic space that you have made essentially through letting go. With North Node in Pisces, there's also this huge message around working smarter, not harder. So again, we're being redirected to tap into intuition, to tap into what feels like it flows. Because it's not that the universe is asking you to work harder. It's not that the universe is telling you to do more. It's about how you're doing what you're doing. It's about how you're showing up. Are you able to tap into your intuition first thing in the morning and like listen to where it's guiding you based on like how to unfold your day? So let me use an example. So for myself, like in the morning when I get up, if I just take a moment to, before I watch anything, listen to anything, or have anyone talk to me, the first thing I do is I just kind of tap into myself. I tap into my own energy, and I tap into the energy of the day. So you just tap into the energy of the day by quieting your mind and kind of asking, you know, like, what's possible for me today? What is possible for me today? And what is the best way that I can go about it? And it's two very simple questions you can ask yourself, but it's going to give you clarity, especially now with North Node in Pisces. And I'm hearing like build up. So you do need to reach some momentum. So I think this is something, if you start doing this every single morning, every single day, and just really tapping in and really trusting into whatever wants to kind of come up in terms of how to go about your day, in terms of what to focus on for that day and what to get done, what to accomplish that day. I think if you start tapping into that more and more and more on a daily basis, you're going to realize, like I'm hearing, like within a month, you're just going to have such incredible momentum. You're going to move into this full trust, full on, like, yeah, like I know what I'm doing. I got this. I don't need to micromanage. I don't need to control anything at all, because the way that I actually naturally control everything is through my energy and through, you know, listening, through tapping in to what I feel like I should be doing, where that just ends up opening the door for you to all kinds of like unknowns, all kinds of possibilities that you never would have considered before, that you didn't even think of before because it never came up in your mind, right? So with this energy of like work smarter, not harder, really embrace that, really tap into that and see what that looks like for you. I know when I'm in flow state, guys, it's like, it's insane. Like I'm just like pumping it, like I'm just pumping it out. It just flows through me. It comes through me so naturally, and I get things done so quickly. But when I'm trying to force something, and when I'm really cerebral about something and I'm not listening to my intuition or not trusting my intuition, then it just becomes a struggle. It becomes this like, I feel like I'm like pushing against the grain because I'm not listening. I'm not tapping into what my intuition is guiding me to do. So I could be wasting, you know, hours on doing the wrong thing, or just simply not getting the download or the message or the information that I need, or the ideas, right, that I need, I simply won't get them when I'm trying to force something. Or like if I'm sitting down and I'm trying to, anytime I feel like I have to force myself to work is an opportunity for a pause. That is like your spirit saying, whoa, stop, just take a minute, tap in first and like listen to where your intuition is guiding you and then take action. Action without clarity is wasted time. And I mentioned this in a previous video. So basically, North Node is saying break out of your comfort zone, break out of fear and worry, completely useless, it's a waste of your time, and embrace strength, courage, and leap of faith energy. This is like, just give yourself permission to flow, literally. Like, just give yourself permission to flow, to try new things, to do something different and crazy that's out there. However, it's also about making sure that you are grounded, making sure that, because this is about like making big ideas come to life. So in 2025, we have this huge opportunity with the North Node in Pisces to make huge dreams come true. But those dreams need to have like a grounded, solid foundation. They need to be built upon solid foundation. So if it's just like this dreamy, whimsical, Pisces is also illusion, delusion, right? Like some illusionary, like wish that you want fulfilled without any practical plan or, action behind it, that's not going to work out so well for you, right? So we're asked to have big, big dreams and to embrace those big dreams, but also come up with like a plan for execution of how you're going to do it, how you're going to accomplish it. At least have like some of the bigger steps outlined for yourself, and then you can start getting down into like breaking each step down into smaller and smaller steps, right? For those of you that are tapping into like this, like I want to call it big dick energy, those of you that are tapping into that, I think you're going to go really far. You're going to progress further than you think you are, as long as you have that grounded, practical sort of step-by-step stuff figured out. You are going to feel this like insatiable desire to like get shit done. Like you're just going to be so pumped. I think you might already be feeling it. I know I'm feeling it, where you're just like so pumped, so excited for the year, so excited to really bring something to the people. Like I'm hearing service again. So there's something huge that you want to bring to the people, that you are ready to bring to the people, that you're ready to teach, to share, to show the world. And you've been laying the foundation for this energetically, spiritually, emotionally within yourself. And now it's time to basically put it out into the tangible world, right? For it to really be seen and felt and touched by other people. So whatever that is for you, I'm just going to encourage you to keep going. Like I said, this is about big dreams with practical steps to get you there, right? To get you to accomplish it. And the momentum has already been building. This isn't something that you like just started. It could be something that you just started, but I feel like this already has some momentum. For some of you, I'm seeing the momentum is a little bit slow. So it's like you're just getting started with it. And for others of you, this already is like sort of well underway. Like you've established the foundation for this new thing that you're going to launch or release or start or whatever. And now you're basically going to be getting into the full swing of things. Because North Node in Pisces calls for spiritual awakening. It calls for collective compassion. It calls for service to humanity. It calls for creativity. So it's like tapping into, remember I talked about the intuition. It's about tapping into your own intuitive guidance as to how you are meant to serve humanity, how you are meant to use your gifts, talents, skills, abilities to support other people, to support other people's growth, to support animals, to support the natural world, whatever it is for you. It's like tapping into that over the next 18 months and like getting into full swing. It's not just tapping in, but it's taking action on it. It's doing something to move the needle in that direction. And this is going to yield, like I said, huge wins for a lot of people. Tons and tons of breakthrough energy with Pisces. I'm getting goosebumps on that. Thank you, Spirit. There's tons of breakthrough energy with these ideas that you're going to put forward, and also success. There's just a lot of success waiting for you. And as long as your intentions are pure, as long as your heart is in the right place, as long as what you are doing is truly coming out of love, you're going to make huge strides. Like, you're going to just do really, really well with this. So really give yourself permission to lean into this Piscean energy that we're going to be in the next 18 months with the North Node. The North Node is your North Star. It's like your purpose in life, your direction. It's where you're supposed to go, right? It's where the universe knows that if you go there, then you are going to do very well. That's North Node. And with it being in Pisces, you're being asked to just trust and follow through on your intuition, even when it feels counterintuitive. Sometimes, like, the mind wants to rationalize everything and wants to use logic to solve problems or to solve situations, but logic is not always going to work. And that's a Virgo, right? Virgo is the very logical, very practical, very must know every minute detail of how we're going to get there kind of sign, right? So there's this push and pull, this dance between, like, balancing the logical, practical aspect of your ideas with the intuitive, heart-centered, humanitarian energy. It's just marrying the two. It's bringing the two together and really creating something very magical, something very beautiful. So it's time to release any rigid thinking, anything that you've been very black and white about. It's time to just open yourself to more possibilities, to more opportunities. Open yourself up to a different way of thinking, a different way of not only seeing life, but experiencing life. So South Node is asking you to get out of your head. South Node is asking you in Virgo to stop overthinking. Virgos are overthinkers. To release perfectionism and control, and tapping into this deeper knowing within you that there is something that you are supposed to release or let go of at this time. There is something or a way of thinking. It could be a belief system that you need to let go of and completely overcome within yourself over the next 18 months so that you can have and cultivate a more elevated mindset, right? This is subconscious reprogramming. So over the next 18 months, we're going to be our subconscious is going to be reprogrammed, but it's not going to be without effort. It's going to be something that you have to consciously choose. It's going to be something that you're going to want to choose. Because you're just going to be so fed up, I think, with your own, especially like negative beliefs or very limiting beliefs, especially limiting beliefs around money. There's just such an emphasis on money here with this nodal axis change. So many of you out there are recalibrating how you see money, and you're basically reviewing that, and you're now ready to let go. You are now releasing control issues around money. You're also releasing limitations that you've believed in around money, which is awesome. So I feel like a lot of you guys are tapping into this like millionaire energy where you're truly just like, you know what? I've done the poverty thing. Been there, done that, tried it. And like, now I'm ready to experience more. I believe that I can have more. I believe that I can get paid more while working less, or while doing something that I'm passionate about, that I love, that has to actually do with and tap into my gifts, skills, abilities, and talents. All right. So there's a big recalibration around that taking place. And remember, South Node is like your past, right? It's like where you're coming from kind of thing. So it very much represents comfort zone, right? Because our comfort zone is a past thing. Like, our comfort zone is constantly upgrading based on how we're learning, how we're evolving as a human being. So South Node is asking you to get out of your comfort zone so that you can learn, evolve, and become a better version of yourself. And South Node is tricky. Like, when you stay in a comfort zone for too long and you don't change and you refuse to change, what happens is we'll either get like some kind of a big lesson around that comfort zone, or we're going to experience some kind of a loss, to shake us out of that comfort zone, to help us realize that like, oh shit, like if I would have just taken action on XYZ, then this wouldn't have happened, right? But I was like too afraid to take action, or I didn't have the right like mindset to take action. So South Node doesn't want you sitting in South Node energy. Now, South Node is like pushing you to get out of your comfort zone and to do those things that you have found or believed to be uncomfortable. So I think a lot of people are going to experience a lot of positive changes in 2025, especially people that have been doing the work in 2024 and part of 2023, where they have been going through major purging, major releasing, lots of loss, lots of letting go, lots of detachment, lots of surrender. You know, people like that are going to have a massive like quantum jump in 2025 because the energies are supporting that. They are literally just building upon the last 18 months of South Node and North Node energies. And this time around is all about reaping rewards. So people that are more spiritually tapped in, more in alignment with their authenticity and more in alignment with who they truly are, and people that are ready to fully honor their gifts, their abilities, their talents, their skills, and want to share that with the world to better the world, those people are going to do absolutely amazing in 2025, are going to have massive breakthroughs, massive windfalls of money and income in ways that you have not expected. So there's this truly beautiful unfolding that is taking place for all of us. And I did notice out on social media that there's a lot of decluttering videos right now. There's a lot of just more release, more letting go. And I personally am experiencing this too. I just took another carload to donation. Like I just can't believe like how much stuff I have had like lying around the house that was not bringing me joy. And there's like the Marie Kondo method that I was like moving through and doing with my own stuff. So just, you know, keep purging, keep eliminating the things that don't bring you joy, because we're now moving into this 18-month period of recognizing that it's not about stuff. It's not about accumulating more stuff. It's about, and it's not to say that you can't have a lot of money. You can have a lot of money, but you don't need to have a lot of stuff necessarily. You can invest that money in different ways, right? But it's becoming more spiritual, less physical over the next 18 months in terms of our attitude towards life and our lifestyle. And this is also about moving into the unknown with more confidence, with more faith in yourself, faith in the divine to guide you to the right place at the right time or to the right people, and moving away from needing to control other people or needing to control outcomes, needing to control every turn around the corner, right? We're moving away from that energy now and moving more into trust. So I wish you a lot of courage to trust in your own intuition. I know that the viewers that watch this channel are people who are tapped in, who are individuals that are ready to make a difference in the world, who are ready to use their voice or use their gifts and talents and share them with the world. And so I applaud you. I applaud you for being here. I thank you so much for being a part of this community. We are definitely a bunch of light workers, in my opinion, who are rising out of our own darkness, out of our own heaviness, and elevating ourselves into the truly magical and awesome beings that we really are. Thank you so much for watching. Hit a like on your way out, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.